My humble pranams at the divine lotus feet of our beloved Guru Sri Sathya Sai Baba. To everyone gathered here today, a warm welcome. Before we begin, we shall start with 3 Oms. Om. 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 Today's session will be hosted by our Sai Mahila Creative Hub moderators, myself, Sister Lovina, Sis Simran, and our guest of honor, Sister Bindiya Lachmandas. Biodata of Sister Bindiya Lachmandas. She graduated from Gandhi School, born and raised in Jakarta, got married, moved to Tokyo for 7 years, then moved to Singapore, studied Ayurveda in Singapore, did a 3-year course on Ayurveda, and now practicing as an Ayurvedic therapist in Singapore. Sister Bindiya not only have patients visiting her at her place, but a lot of online overseas patients. We have with us Sister Bindiya Lachmandas, who in the midst of her busy schedule has given her time to enliven our knowledge on Ayurveda. With no further ado, we shall start with our session. Thank you. Over to you, Sis Simran.
Sairam, everyone. Hope you all are ready for this most useful and beneficial session today. I'm sure everyone is very familiar with Sister Bindiya, who has been very helpful and always willing to share information with regard to safe home remedies and Ayurvedic home therapy. Sister Bindiya will take us through her journey. Why did she choose to be an Ayurvedic therapist? And she will share with us one aspect of Ayurveda, which is very insightful. We welcome you, Sister Bindiya.
Sairam, thank you so much for this, this opportunity.
Our first question to you is, why did you choose to be an Ayurvedic therapist?
Very interesting question. So I chose this because when I moved to Singapore 12 years ago, my daughter had chronic eczema. And every doctor, dermatologist I went to only prescribed a lot of steroid creams and this, and I didn't like that at all because she was too young for steroids. So I started reading a lot and I started making my own concoctions for her. And it took a long time, but it definitely helped her a lot. Now she is completely healed from eczema. Yeah. So that has been very good. So after I saw the changes in her, I decided to, pursue this, study more about it. And here I am right now.
Sister Bindiya, what is Ayurveda and why is Ayurveda important? What are the Ayurvedic treatment? What is Panchakarma and Panchakarma detox? And what are the benefits of Panchakarma? And does it have any side effects? Can we do Panchakarma at home? And can you brief us on prana, the flow of energy in our body with regard to Ayurveda and yoga?
So what is Ayurveda? It is a traditional ancient medicine, which originated 5,000 years ago. Ayurveda is actually translated. It is the science of life. It is more, it focuses more on a way of living. It is not a treatment for a certain disease. It teaches you how to live your life, how to eat properly, how to sleep according, having a routine. This is Ayurveda. So it is literally focusing on healthy living. And then, sorry, what was the second question after that?
What is Panchakarma and what is Panchakarma detox? And can we do this detox at home or we should go for a special therapist?
Okay, so Panchakarma because Ayurveda is all teaching about healthy living, Panchakarma cleanses the body. It is therapies done to clear out our system. So Ayurveda talks a lot about toxins being in the body. And these toxins get accumulated, could be because of wrong combination of food, could be because of eating when we are stressed, or when we are having a negative emotion and then we eat. All these food does not digest well. Then what happens? These food becomes toxins in our system. So Panchakarma, which translates to 5 therapies, 5 different therapies, all these therapies is about clearing out the system and strengthening the system, rejuvenating. So there are 5 different therapies. When you go to an Ayurvedic center, they talk about Vamana Dhoti, which is, you drink salt water and then you vomit it all out. There is Virechana, where it's all purging from the system. And then there is Nasya, which is putting oil into your nose. And then there is head tapping therapy, and there is strengthening of the eye. So there's a lot of these things which is good for our system to clear out all the toxins. So what I do is I try to teach people how to do all these therapies at home. I try to make it as simple as possible. So for example, like application of sesame oil on the body every morning, that is Abhyanga, and then there is also Nasya. I tell everyone to put the nasal drops on the nose, because in Ayurveda, they say the gateway to your brain is through your nostrils. If you want to take care of all this, you use the nose oils from applying it into the nostrils. And then you can also, taking Triphala to flush out all the toxins. All these things are very simple. Eating the right way, doing fasting. These are also simple ways to detoxify the body. So if you look at this diagram right now, now the reason why we do Panchakarma is because we want the prana, which is the life force. Translated, prana is the subtle form of the vata dosha. It is the life form that enters the body when you are born. And when this prana leaves the body, then we are dead. So now we want the prana to flow fluidly, gently on the whole body. For the prana to flow, we need to clear out all the toxins. And that's why we do Panchakarma. Because Ayurveda talks a lot about clearing out the system of toxins. When you have too much toxins accumulate, and then it starts moving. If it starts moving with the vata dosha, then it starts manifesting, accumulating in certain areas which are weak. That's why some people have, rheumatoid arthritis, joint pains, or some people have a lot of hair fall issues, hormone imbalance. All these issues are due to toxins in the body. So we need to clear out these toxins through Panchakarma so that the prana flows naturally in the body.
Are this Ayurvedic medicine effective? I mean, what's the duration of it? I mean, how long you need to take this Ayurvedic medicine to find its effectiveness like?
So Ayurvedic medicine is best. It is definitely much better than allopathy medicine. It's much safer. It's all plants, herbs, trees, all these things, right? Okay. So it's definitely much better. But my thing is never get the body used to anything for too long. So take it for 3 months, take it for 4 months, it's okay. But then take a break in between. So the body can also get used to doing what it is supposed to do. Our body is actually made so beautifully that it can heal itself through breathing, through yoga, through meditation. The body can heal. So why should we get used to taking all these herbs also.
Mm.
But definitely the herbs are much better than taking allopathy. So yes, you can take these herbs. It will help detox the body. It will help strengthen the body. But I will say take it for 3 months and then take a break. So my way is always take it for a short period and then let the body do what it is supposed to do, because our body is capable of healing. Look at this diagram also. This is such a wonderful diagram, which I think everyone should have. And if you follow this, you can see over here the reason why they say eat your lunch, eat a big lunch, eat your lunch like a king, because during that period, the pitta period, the digestion is the strongest.
You mean from 10 to 2?
10 to 2.
Okay.
You can have finished your lunch by that time, right? Because that time it is really the strongest period where your digestion is very good, because our digestion is like the sun as well. It is the weakest in the morning, and then it is the strongest in the afternoon. And then when it's after 3 o'clock, the sun is setting, 10 to 2, we should eat properly, because that is when the digestion is the strongest.
Okay.
Yeah. And then we should not sleep after that. A lot of people feel sleepy after eating, but in Ayurveda, they only tell you can sleep when it is summer. When it is a really hot day, you can sleep for about 20 to 25 minutes. Take a nap. Do not sleep for 2-3 hours. When you eat your lunch and then you sleep, the body goes into relaxed mode and it doesn't digest the food that you eat. And when it's not digested properly, it becomes toxins, it becomes fat in the body. So when you feel sleepy after your lunch, maybe go for a walk or do something active, but don't sleep. If you need that sleep, just sleep for 20 minutes. And that's very good. And that too in the summer only, not like when it's rainy season, everyone's like, oh my God, this is so nice, I can sleep in now. No, that's the worst thing.
So that is the time when we sleep after 2. That is the accumulation of the toxin that happens in our body. You mean to say that?
Yes.
Okay.
And actually, if you notice at this clock, right, from 2 to 6 is Vata period, your mind is quite alert at this time. So when you choose to do something like read a book or finish up your work or study, this is the best time to do it also.
Okay.
Yeah. So maybe after eating, take a walk. Do not immediately sit down or sleep. 6 to 10, it is the kapha period, where kapha is the earth element, which is heavy. Everything. That's why they say do not eat heavy food at this time, because the body is already in that mode of heaviness. So eat something light, eat your soups, eat stir-fry vegetables. I don't believe in eating raw food. I don't believe in salads, because I feel raw food, salads, these are very heavy, difficult to digest. So I say eat soups or stir.
You don't believe in raw food. That means to eat salad even during any time of the day is not good for the body?
No, it's not, because until and unless you feel you have a fantastic metabolism, then you can have raw vegetables, no problem. But honestly, I talk to a lot of ladies also when they call and stuff. Most of us, including myself, our metabolism is not fantastic. So we need to eat something that is, already cooked, like stir fry is the best, right? It's all, then it's easier to digest. Raw vegetable is just very difficult to digest. And the same thing goes with a combination of wrong combination of food.
Okay, let's move to the next question then. For the food, yeah. Okay. Is proper metabolism the key to good health, and how is it related to our daily intake of food? Since nowadays we see lots of variant of food on social media, kindly guide us on daily diets. Which food is compatible and which food is incompatible? And what about processed food was the organic food and healthy food?
Yeah. So again, as I said, in Ayurveda, they talk a lot about your metabolism. And metabolism is called Agni in Ayurveda. So we have to keep this Agni going. It's like being in a winter country. You need the wood. You need good wood to keep you warm, for the fire to burn, right? If your wood is damp, the fire is going to be weak. So we need to keep this wood burning. We need to keep the Agni burning. Okay. So to keep this Agni burning, we need to eat the right kind of food. Wrong combination of food also kills the Agni in the body. Now, these are some of, so when I first studied Ayurveda and I got this chart, it just blew my mind, because most of the things over here is how we eat, and we've been eating wrong combination of food. And this actually kills our Agni. And that's why our metabolism becomes very sluggish. You see, so if you see, like, a lot of people, after their food, immediately they have fruits. This is the worst thing you can do, because the digestive system releases different kind of juices when it is digesting something. So if it's digesting something warm, and then it takes a while, it takes 2-3 hours, or maybe sometimes 6 hours to digest what we've just eaten. Now, before even, we've not even had a gap of 1 hour, we are already eating fruits. So this is just, then the digestive system has to release a different kind of juice to digest this. And then after that, we are having dessert. So the digestive system releasing another kind of juice to digest this. So it's constantly working. It is exhausted. And this is also why I talk a lot about fasting.
Okay.
Yeah. So fasting is giving the digestive system a break. And fasting does not mean you don't eat at all. No. Fasting means you can eat, no problem, but choose one thing. If you want to eat fruits, eat fruits. And then choose only 2 kinds of fruits and stick to that. You can eat papaya, you can eat banana the whole day. You want to do coconut water fast? Drink 3 coconuts in a day. Fantastic. You'll be full, you have your electrolytes, you feel great.
When we have a variant of coconuts over here, which one would you suggest, the coconut water?
Definitely that, the green one, Klapa Ijo. Because the Thai coconut, I don't believe in that at all.
It's too sweet,
It's always so sweet. It's always so delicious. I think, the club, that big green coconut. Yeah, that is the best. So have that throughout the day. So you can choose, have khichdi throughout the day, but have one meal. And that you're giving your digestive system a complete break.
You mean to say, how do you make the khichdi? Can you just share with us that? And what fruit do you think is best for us for the whole day diet? Which fruit is best?
For the fruits, sweet fruit, not citric. Don't take like oranges or pomelo. These are all citric. So if you already have gastric issues and then you have all these fruits, it's not going to help you. So have bananas, you can have papayas, you can have mango, but mango not too much because it's quite heaty, right? So if you look over here, banana is a fruit that you have to eat it on its own, and it's good. Melon is a fruit that has to be eaten on its own. So if you choose to do a melon diet, you eat only melon. You can eat the honeydew, the watermelon. You can't mix with any other fruit.
Okay.
Yeah. So that is it.
And what about the khichdi you said?
Yeah. So for the khichdi, you cook the khichdi you can put some vegetables. No problem, like spinach, carrot. But the main thing is not putting any ginger, garlic, nothing. No garlic, no onion. Just put ginger, cumin, turmeric, because cumin is very good for your digestive system. Turmeric, anti-inflammatory, and then ghee lines your gut fantastically. So if you're doing a khichdi diet, you can put in 1 tablespoon of ghee because it is good for you. Less rice, more dal, more vegetables. The vegetables will help you digest the grains that you're using, which is the dal and the rice. No problem also if you are doing this whole day thing. 1 full day
Okay, so
eating.
we should not add any garlic, onions, nothing. You mean the whole day we can just have the khichdi, of course, with the time duration, and just not to forget to put ghee, right?
Yeah, ghee and turmeric, very important,
Okay.
and jeera. Yeah.
Okay.
Yeah.
Or the other diet we can go for is the coconut water diet.
Yeah, coconut water is very good because it's very filling. It's filled with all the electrolytes the body needs. So it's good. You won't feel weak. You won't feel tired. So this is a very good, fasting way. So a lot of people misunderstand when we talk about fasting, they think, okay, don't eat anything. It's not that.
Okay.
You can eat, but eat one thing. That way, your digestive system is actually working to digest that properly.
So we eat the coconut flesh too? Somebody has asked.
Yeah, you can. I mean, if it's there, it's fine. It's healthy. I mean, Sattvic diet talks about eating coconut flesh as a snack. They even talk about coconut, the dry ones, the dry coconut that you get, that as a snack with jaggery is very good.
To khichdi or just salt and ghee?
No, you have to just jeera and ginger. Because jeera reduces the acid juices, which is jeera is very good for the system. You can put a little bit of salt, and I always say use pink salt or black salt, which is very good. And that's it. Turmeric is good also for you. The nightshade vegetables is tomato, brinjal, potatoes, chili, capsicum. There's a few more, but these are the main things I think that we really include in our diet regularly. So our body, like when we have autoimmune, when we have rheumatoid arthritis, when we have joint pains, osteoporosis, these are all due to inflammation in the body. Okay, inflammation happens due to wrong combination of food. So this wrong combination of food is because of, the first reason is wrong combination of food. Second reason is nightshade vegetables. So when you have all these issues already, right, you have to cut down on nightshades. Nightshades are vegetables that fruit at night. So it absorbs that night energy. And this does nothing to our system. Cut down on these fruits, on these vegetables, potatoes. If we cannot cut it out completely, then we can have them during the afternoon. But try to avoid nightshade vegetables at night.
And they are
after 5 o'clock.
They're potatoes?
Yeah, potatoes, tomatoes, eggplant, aubergine.
Yeah.
Capsicum.
Okay.
And there is one more I don't remember. There's quite a few. Chilies.
Yeah.
Yeah. I'm also still learning because I love my chilies. I love French fries. So sometimes when I feel like binge eating, I want to eat. But I am trying to at least be healthy when I'm home.
Okay.
When I go out, I'm okay. So I think that way I make myself happy to keep it balanced.
Okay, Bindiya, we have another question. Can we add curry powder to the khichdi?
No.
As for how many days we need to do this khichdi diet?
So if you are doing it once a week, then you do 1 day in a week. But if you want to do it once a month, then you can do it for 3 days. So it's up to you. So if you want to make a routine, like you say, okay, every month for 3 days, I'm going to do this. Every week, at least once, I'm going to do this. So that is completely up to you.
What is Ayurveda used to treat? Is Ayurvedic medicine effective? Does Ayurvedic medicine have side effects? Can one take Ayurvedic medicine with modern medicines? How safe is it to buy Ayurvedic medicines over the counter? What are the common Ayurvedic medicines which can be consumed without consulting the doctors?
Okay. So Ayurveda treats everything from the smallest thing to cancer, because according to Ayurveda, any disease is all vitiation of doshas, everything, right? So for example, if you have, I give you an example. So if you have like sinus issues or throat issues, bronchitis, asthma, these are all kapha aggravation. If you have like liver, spleen, gallbladder, or pancreas, this, that, these are all pitta aggravation. If you have constipation, vertigo, migraines, these are all vata vish. So everything in Ayurveda is aggravation of certain kind of dosha. So what we have to do is we just have to balance the dosha. If the issues are still minor, even if it's like first stage cancer, second stage cancer, Ayurveda will do a full detox, right? Full, from the massages to the steaming to cleansing internally, right? And then giving you later on a healthy diet. So yes, Ayurvedic medicine is, I don't call it medicine, I call it herbs. They are all fantastic and definitely can treat any issue. I believe in that because I've seen it when I was studying Ayurveda. I have seen this, and how someone who had diabetes, who was in insulin, he reversed it. Even though it took a long time, it took maybe 3 years for him to reverse, but he did. Someone with second stage cancer in the uterus, she maintained it with Ayurveda. But you have to be consistent. The problem is nowadays, a lot of people just they want everything instant. They want to do something for 1 month and then feel better immediately. It doesn't work like that. We are using herbs to heal. So it's going to take time. We are resetting the body. So it will take time. It has taken the body so many years to reach a chronic stage. So it's going to take time to reverse this whole thing again. Right? So you have to be if you are patient and consistent when you choose to do Ayurveda, everything will be fine. Does it have side effects? Not at all. Some herbs, when you take it a little bit too much because of the consistency, because of some herbs are heaty, then if you take too much of it, yes, definitely it will have a side effect, but not a crazy side effect. It's something that could be reversed again. Yes, you can take Ayurvedic medicine with modern medicine, but you always have to keep a gap of 1 to 2 hours, because you need that first medicine to be digested first, and then always keep a gap of 1 to 2 hours. Now, this is a very good question. Is it safe to buy Ayurvedic medicines over the counter? I would always say, because now there's too many things being sold in the market.
Yeah.
A lot of people, they choose to go a certain way. Maybe, I don't know,
Yeah.
It's always good to do your research before buying a certain brand. Look into it. Nowadays, we are blessed with Google, you can do your research, you can find out how good this is and then buy it.
Do you suggest any kind of particular brand since you are in this field?
Well, when I send it to people. When I sell over here, I only sell the brands that I know, which is the Sri brand I like very much. And then, yeah. And then I also have, I think there's a new one, Baidyanath, which is also, I'm hearing it's very good. So yeah, these are the two brands I know for sure as of now.
But there are so many plenty brands in India then.
There are. That's why I'm saying everyone should do their research properly and then buy. Otherwise, ask someone who knows what they're talking about. Don't just blindly follow. You know, we are now at this generation where we just follow everything. What people, you know, someone will say, I drink 4 liters of water a day. It's helped me a lot. Everyone will follow. Maybe your body does not need 4 liters of water, you know. So why find out properly and then do it. Don't just do it blindly.
Okay, and then what is the difference of timing between if you are taking the Ayurvedic medicine as well as the allopathy? So what is the difference of timing? We need to put a gap, or we can drink it at the same time? What do you say?
No, you have to have 1 to 2 hour gap for sure.
Okay.
1 to 2 hours, very important. It's always best not to take it together.
And remember, we had a discussion that I was asking you regarding the pot thing, which is the earthen pots.
Yeah.
So how useful is that earthen pot?
Earthen pot, you see, if you think about it, right, we are actually going back to how our great grandparents used to cook.
Yeah.
You know, so cooking in earthen pot is actually very healthy. The pot becomes so hot, and then you can just turn off the gas, close the pot, and your food is still cooking, which is in a very low heat. So it's still containing all the nutrients. So it is really best to cook in earthen pots or in the the iron,
the thick one. Yeah.
The very thick one, the good quality one. Those two are very good. Now, we also discussed something very interesting, Simran, the other day about drinking from copper or earthen pot, right? Okay, so this is very good.
The benefits between the earthen pot and the copper pot.
So the earthen pot is very cooling for the body. We live in a very warm country. Singapore, Jakarta, Bangkok, these are very warm countries. So when we drink from the earthen water bottle, it is very cooling for our system without using the refrigerator or ice cubes, which is not good because this dampens that fire, the agni that we have. You see, when we drink cold ice water, this is not good. So the pot water is actually good for our system. And our diet, Indian food, Indonesian food, Thai food, all have so much heaty spices. These are spicy food. Yeah. So our pitta is always aggravated. So we need to calm the pitta down. So we need to have from earthen pot. Much. It is best for us. Now the copper is also good because we also need some minerals, especially those who are vegetarian. But it is not good to have from the copper bottle daily. I mean, the whole day.
Not to take it the whole day.
No. So you have to take it like
just one night and then drink it the next day or something like that?
Yes. So you keep a small glass or a small jar of copper water and then get up in the morning and drink that.
Okay.
And that's it. It is enough to already improve your, your hemoglobin levels, your iron levels. This is good. Just one glass in the morning.
Okay.
Yeah. That is all. Some people drink the whole day with this copper pot. I was one of them too. And I was also that silly person who followed blindly what everyone is doing and then saw a nice, beautiful copper pot. Okay, theek hai, I'll also buy. But yeah.
Okay, and then what about the earthen pots? Like nowadays we find in the market, which is not, we can't say it's not good quality, but sometimes the dirt from the pot comes out and then, like we don't know whether we should, is it okay to drink it? How do we find a good pot?
When I bought my pot, the lady who was selling it to me was extremely lovely. And she was just explaining it to me. She's like, Madam, see, when you buy this, you use the coconut husk. Again, the green coconut, you use the husk. For 1 week, you have to clean it with that. You don't use sponge. You don't use dishwashing liquid, because this gets absorbed into the pot, which is then not good for us, right? So you use just that coconut, scrub it properly, then put water and put it out in the sun.
Okay.
So, and then you throw it. After you throw the water, you put a bit of oil, you cook onion, garlic, whatever, throw it, don't eat it. So for 1 week, you're just doing this. So what you're doing is you're flavoring your pot and also you're cleaning it at the same time. But we are not using dishwashing liquid. We are not using sponge, just the husk of the coconut.
What are the single drug in traditional medicine for improving immunity? And can it be taken for a long time without any complications?
Yeah, this is a very good question, actually, because I have been repeating this on my WhatsApp group, right? Chyawanprash. I remember when I was little and I used to see the advertisement of Chyawanprash and I used to make a funny face and say, oh, I'll never drink that, eat that. But now I have it every day.
So how do you consume that? It's like, it doesn't taste so good.
It's not that bad. It's okay, So because it has 50 herbs, okay, because it has 50 different herbs, and it has the ghee and the honey and the sugar and all the crazy things in there, which is very good for our system. So it can get too heaty also. So it is best to always have half teaspoon of Chyawanprash with either water or milk. If you have respiratory issues like asthma or cold or sinus issues, then you have Chyawanprash with water.
So it's half teaspoon, yeah?
Yeah. Half teaspoon is enough. And you should not have...
You can drink water, because if someone doesn't like the taste, then we can just drink the water.
Yes, you can drink just a little bit just to get rid of the taste. But otherwise, if you are okay, I put it in the bread, as a jam.
Oh, okay, you can mix it. And then what's the best timing to take the Chyawanprash?
Early morning.
Okay.
Early morning, just have it and then drink some water. If you take Chyawanprash from now, right, you are already taking care of so many health issues. Chyawanprash has the main ingredient in Chyawanprash is amla. And amla is extremely rich in vitamin C. Okay, and right now, when I talk to some of my friends when they are traveling and they say for COVID, I'm taking zinc, I'm taking blah, I'm taking blah, I'm taking blah, taking vitamin C. Amla is the best vitamin C.
They make the amla into a syrup, amla syrup. Is it okay to mix a little bit of sugar in that? So you drink it as a syrup.
You can put a little bit of jaggery.
Okay.
You can, But then if it's syrup, it's easier to drink. No, just drink it like that.
Make it like a syrup, like put a little bit of sugar. Okay.
But you know what? Just Chyawanprash. Chyawanprash, half teaspoon every day, just half, not more. When you have too much Chyawanprash, it can lead to indigestion.
Okay.
Because there are 50 herbs in there. There are 50 different herbs. So it gets quite heaty. So you have to have just half teaspoon every day to boost your immunity. And then just half.
Any particular brand, Bindiya? Any particular brand you think you can suggest us?
Okay, so in Jakarta, as I was telling a lot of the aunties before, because of COVID to have this, I think they were getting Dabur. And Dabur is the only brand that has sugar-free Chyawanprash.
Okay.
Yeah, so this is okay. As I said, do your research properly and then buy. I like Sri Sri brand because it is not very sweet. Yeah, it is not very sweet. For me, Patanjali is extremely sweet. For me, Dabur is very sweet also.
But I heard also in one of the movies which I saw that this Patanjali, which I was mentioning to you, they take this as a, for any kind of sickness, this Chyawanprash.
Yeah, that's what I'm saying now. That's why even in prana, I say Chyawanprash, 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 Chyawanprash. I feel like I'm one of those people who made that advertisement in the 1970s. It's so good for you. The benefits of half teaspoon does so much, for your whole, even when you have fever, anything, just have it.
Have it every day. Yeah? Is it safe to have it every day, or you think it's for the first timer, or, is it okay to have it every day?
See, I'm telling you to have half teaspoon. So every day is fine. But if you don't want to have it every day, you can have it 2-3 times a week. It's fine also.
Any do's and don'ts for those having an underlying conditions for having
So for those who are having, for those who have diabetes, it's better to have the sugar-free, and only Dabur does sugar-free. That's what I know. And then for those who have cough, cold, a lot of mucus in the body, then have your Chyawanprash with water and not with milk.
Okay. Which herbs or medical plants that are safe to consume to keep a healthy blood in our system? What is the best Ayurvedic blood thinner safe for patients with heart diseases?
Okay. So the herb that cleans the body, the blood, cleanses the blood is neem. Neem is very good. But again, neem should not be taken every day, because neem has a very sharp and very heaty consistency as well, potency, And in Ayurveda, when we talk about when I say it's heaty, it is cooling, I'm not talking about when it goes into your mouth. When you digest, Ayurveda talks what happens to the food after you digest.
Yeah.
Right? After you digest, what happens to it? So neem is heaty. So if you have it like once or twice a week, it's already very good. And all this, when done regularly, you will see some benefits. You can't take neem twice a week for 1 month and then say, oh, nothing happened. Cannot. You have to take it for at least 3 months to see the cleanse.
Okay.
Yeah.
And what kind of neem? Because I heard there are 2 types of neem, which the normal one which we use for cooking, and they're special for the herbs. I mean, for this Ayurveda. Is that so? Which is more bitter? No, it's the same.
There's only one type of neem. But the thing is this, a lot of people sometimes confuse neem with curry patta because they look so similar.
That's what I think, that is the difference.
Yeah. So neem and curry patta look so similar. So a lot of people think it's the same family. It's not.
Okay.
So there's only one type of neem, and that is good for you. If you can drink the tea, it is a blood purifier. I cannot drink it. It is so bitter. But if you can, very good. But otherwise, they do sell neem capsules, neem tablets. That also you have to take once or twice a week, not more.
And then regarding the blood thinner, Sister Bindiya, anything you can suggest, like a home remedy?
So the best thing to do is cinnamon water. Cinnamon is very good for the heart. And cinnamon also works like an aspirin. So if you are on blood thinners, then you should have not too much, You know, everything too much aggravates. So in control, just have cinnamon water. So you put 1 stick of cinnamon into your water and drink it throughout the day.
Okay, I want to ask you regarding this. If you boil the cinnamon water, like you say, you can boil the neem and all that. Do you still can make use of the earthen pot to boil this?
Yeah, why not? Yeah, it's good.
It's good.
It's very good. You can. But the cinnamon water, I don't boil it. I have a water bottle and I just put the stick inside, just infuse it.
Okay, infuse it.
Yeah. And sometimes what happens is
anytime.
Sorry?
You can drink it any time of the day?
Yeah, drink it throughout the day.
Okay.
And you can drink it again. Don't overdo it. Just once or twice a week. Just drink this. Put the stick in your water and then drink it. When you put cinnamon stick in the water, your water can become sweet. You know, the cinnamon is sweet. So you can mix it with other herbs. You can put in your mint. You can put in apple. Apple and cinnamon infused water is very good. So, you know, you can do, but cinnamon is very good as a blood thinner.
Normal temperature or warm water or what? Normal?
Normal.
I see when you infuse all this water, they put ice, they make it very cold and they find it very cooling.
That is just fancy water.
So it's
not infused. No, that's just fancy. No, normal. I don't drink ice water. I don't drink cold water.
Are there any particular natural medicine for cough and runny nose? And is it necessary to remove nasal mucus polyp through surgery? Is there any Ayurvedic treatment or any special therapy for cleansing the nostrils, ears, eyes, mouth on monthly or weekly basis as a good precaution?
So for natural medicine, now again, when we talk about cough and cold, we are talking about the imbalance of kapha dosha. Okay. So now we need to balance kapha. How do we balance kapha? Kapha is this wet, sticky, slimy stuff in the body. Okay. So to balance this, to remove this mucus, we need to eat something more sharp, pungent, and spicy. So like black pepper, ginger, this is very good to melt the mucus. So you can make, you can pound black pepper with dry ginger powder, mix it with honey and take this. It's very good. And then you can also have, you can put sesame oil, just little bit of sesame oil into your nostril, which is also very good. And the other Ayurvedic herb, which is really, really good, is Sitopaladi. Sitopaladi has all these herbs put together. You know, it is one big jar, but you just use little bit, literally a pinch, mix with honey and have this. And you can have this 4 or 5 times a day. Have this 4 or 5 times a day. It will strengthen your respiratory system and it will also melt that phlegm away from your system. You know, so this is good.
And then is it safe for children?
Yes, it's very safe because all the ingredients are something you'll find in your kitchen. There's pepper, there's long pepper, there is dry ginger, there's all. That's the beauty of Ayurvedic, you know, because it's all just natural. There's no nonsense in there.
But if suppose the person has gone to the doctor and they're given antibiotics, can they still have that?
You can. As I said before, right? As long as there's 1 to 2 hour gap, you can take your medicine with this. It's fine. Yeah.
Okay. And how do we actually cleanse our nostrils, mouths, on the, like some precautions you can share with us?
So if you have, Simran, can you put that?
Okay.
So I do this every morning. Neti. This one cleanses your whole sinus area. Okay, the whole sinus area. Sorry?
You use the tap water, normal water?
I use boiled water.
Okay.
With a little bit of salt, just a pinch of salt. but just table salt, not pink salt, nothing, just table salt.
Normal table salt.
Yeah, normal tables, just little bit to make the water saline. And then you stir it properly and you do this cleanse. My daughter, whenever she, like 2 3 years ago, she would get up in the morning and she would start sneezing a lot. Then I taught her to do this, and touch wood, now it's all gone. She doesn't sneeze anymore. It's clear. And she feels very much lighter. So even those who get a lot of headaches and stuff, you will feel so light over here when you do neti regularly. So doing neti every morning, and then at night before you sleep, putting the anu drops in your nostrils, you're already taking care of your sense organs. You're taking care of so many things.
How do you take the anu drops? Meaning, okay, this neti one, is it on one side nose or both sides?
Both sides.
Both sides.
You have to do both sides, yeah. And it's so funny because the first time you will feel that my one nose is more blocked than the other nose. Sometimes you'll feel, oh, how come the water is not coming out?
Yeah.
But don't stop. Keep holding it because the saline is cleansing it already. Then after 2 3 days, you will see it will just come out. So
and
it's
you
very
said about the nostril drops which you mentioned. What was the name?
Anu Taila. This is very good. It is so in Ayurveda, there's a lot of nose drops. And the base is all sesame oil because sesame is very good. And it is sesame oil is the only, not the only, but one of the oil that balances all the doshas, especially the vata dosha. And sesame oil is considered calming, nourishing, and warming for the body. That's why I always talk about sesame oil. So the base of Anu Taila is sesame oil. It has a lot of herbs in there. And one of the main herb is black pepper.
Okay.
So when you put it inside, you will feel very strange at first. You'll feel very burning sensation and all. But you will feel so good. After 3 4 days, you will feel the difference. It takes care of so many things. Takes care of your respiratory system. It takes care of all the vata imbalances. So if you get like migraines and you get vertigo and you get dizziness, if you have anxiety, and then this Anu Taila takes care of all that.
Okay, and then you said that Anu Taila, how do you actually, you're lying down and then you put the drops, or you're sitting, or how you do it, and it goes inside your throat, right?
Yeah, so you tilt your head back and then you put one drop and one drop. And then you keep tilting till you feel it in your throat. If you have mucus, mucus will come out. Then you spit it all out. But if there is no mucus, nothing, just once you feel it here, done. Then you can go to sleep.
So we can do this like sometimes.
You can do it every night, no problem at all.
Okay.
Yeah.
We move to our next question. Consuming ghee in the early hours. How do we take ghee in the morning, and what type of ghee do you suggest?
So ghee is very good again to balance all three doshas, the vata, pitta, and to clear out the kapha. So if you have constipation issues, it is best to take this at night. Actually, ghee taken at night is very good, but it has to be the last thing you take, before you go to sleep. So you take half teaspoon, and then if you don't like the taste, you can just have a little bit of water to get rid of the taste, and that's it. So have it at night. But some people prefer to take it in the morning, which is also fine. You can take half teaspoon in the morning, empty stomach. When you take it in the morning, it is best to wait at least 15 to 20 minutes before you drink water. So what ghee does is
water because of the smell. Okay?
Sorry.
After having a half teaspoon and we can't stand the smell, so can we take a little bit of water?
Can. So I'm nice that way. Yeah, you can just little bit. Make sure it's warm water, and just sip the water. Don't down it, because when you down it, then you're just pushing the ghee straight down. So you want the ghee to travel slowly, nicely, gently, reaching the gut.
Okay, and what about the ghee, having with ghee with rice, like they put on top of the rice, instead of actually taking half teaspoon? Is that okay?
Yeah, you can, but then, then we have other issues also, right? Then you have overweight issues. Then we have, all these, a lot of people say, ghee is very nice, so I put half teaspoon in all my food. Then that way you're already having 4 teaspoons of ghee in the, so 2 tablespoons, that's excess again. So we need to learn to balance. So I'm having half teaspoon here, so we balance it in all other things,
Instead of taking the one in the morning, if they can't take the smell, is there any other option actually by taking the ghee?
See, the thing is, when you have ghee in the morning, right, on an empty stomach, what you're doing is you are actually lining your gut.
Okay.
Right? But ghee, when it is mixed with other food, right, like with your rice and your dal and your sabjis, everything, it becomes fat. Yes, it is good fat. It is good fat that the body needs. But when you have it in an empty stomach, what you're doing is you're actually lining the gut. Some people who've been chronically constipated, they are super dry. The gut is super dry. So this is actually very good for them to take it half teaspoon in the morning, empty stomach, or at night. Why I tell some people to take it at night? Because the gut is super dry. So I want the ghee to sit there longer. That's why you have it the last thing before you sleep, half teaspoon, and then sleep. So the ghee is taking care of your gut properly, lining it nicely. And then in the morning, you have your warm water, it will flush out everything.
Okay.
Yeah. So Simran, if you want to take it at night, you can have 2 tablespoons of water after that.
Okay, with regard to oil pulling therapy with VCO, how effective is it? Kindly guide us on how to do proper oil pulling therapy.
Yeah. I love oil pulling. I feel my skin has improved after doing oil pulling regularly. I just take, so there are 2 types of oil pulling. One is you take 1 tablespoon and swish it around the mouth for about 10 minutes. It is very long. It is very difficult. Yes, it is.
10 minutes.
Yeah, it is very difficult. It took me some time to reach 10 minutes. Now I can, I put 1 coconut, 1 tablespoon, then I go around the house, do whatever, and then spit it out. So one is that. The second one is holding it. You put a hole full of oil in your mouth and hold it. And this is especially very good for those who have locked jaw. When you have pain over here. Yeah, so you take a shot of coconut oil or sesame oil. Sesame is actually the best. Number 1 is sesame, number 2 is coconut. But it's very difficult to do it with cold pressed sesame.
Okay.
So you drink it, you put it in your mouth and you hold it for about 7 to 10 minutes. If you have pain here.
Okay.
Right? So you just hold it, you can even, you have to balloon your mouth and hold it like that. Then after 7 to 10 minutes, you spit it out and then you just massage this area nicely. This for 1 month, you will feel the difference on your jaw.
And then what about the gargling one you said?
Yeah, so that is something you do regularly every morning. You just take 1 tablespoon and you just swish it around your whole mouth. It is called oil pulling because what it does is it pulls out all the toxins from your gut, and it cleanses your tongue as well. Because not only in Ayurveda, digestion actually starts from the mouth. The minute you put food in your mouth, digestion starts already. So if we don't take care of our tongue, then nothing is being digested properly. If our tongue has that white coating, that is toxins. So when you eat with that white coating on your tongue, you're swallowing toxins again.
Okay.
So you have to, oil pulling cleanses that, and tongue scraping, very important, every morning. So oil pulling, brushing your teeth, and tongue scraping. This is clearing out a lot. And because our tongue is also connected to the organs in the body, when you tongue scrape, you are actually gently massaging the gut area, So yeah, these three, very important.
So you mean that to gargle that 10 minutes, you took 10 minutes and then spit it. That's quite a long time.
Yeah, tapi you can start from like 5 minutes first and then go to 7 minutes.
Okay.
Yeah.
Can we consume honey with warm water? As in Ayurveda, it is contraindicated with warm substances. How do we choose the best honey, as there are lots of product in the market?
Okay, so talking about honey taken with hot water, hot boiling water, becomes toxin in the body. It is poisonous.
Okay.
This is a definitely no. So they tell you in Ayurveda, when you take your tea and you drink it only with honey, put your finger first in the water to feel the temperature. So the water has to be comfortable.
Okay.
On the finger, and then after that you can put the honey, but never ever put honey with hot boiling water, because this becomes poison, toxins in the body. So please don't ever mix honey with hot water. If you're doing that, please stop.
When we are making our smoothies or juices, then sometimes some people like to put honey. Is that okay?
Yeah, it's okay. Because these are cold, no? Smoothies and juices are cold, so that is fine. But honey should not be with hot water.
And then I've seen a lot of product in the social media, which actually if we buy, we can feel that the honey contains sugar. We can feel that it is very, very sweet. So how do you make a difference between a good honey and the one which has sugar content?
I don't know.
In the market. Now what is in is Manuka honey, but we don't know how it is. So maybe you can suggest us which honey is good.
Okay, so the only thing, well, again, just like other products, you have to do your research properly before buying a certain product. But the only thing I can say about Manuka is and it has been proven, there are medicinal benefits from Manuka honey.
Okay.
That is why it is good. But for all other honey, you will need to do your research. You need to understand what you're buying. You need to read, is very important, because most honey have sugar, and there are a lot of videos on YouTube that teaches you which honey to buy, which differentiate whether this has sugar, this is fake, so you can research and then choose to buy which one suits you.
Our next question is regarding curd. Curd intake, is it adversaries? What is the best way to consume curd? Share us some tips, and which kind of curd is advisable, and can curd be mixed with other food?
My favorite question. Because so a lot
wrong way about curd.
Well, even when I studied Ayurveda, I was actually very shocked about what I learned about yogurt. So all of us used to think that yogurt is a cooling food for the body.
I think
But
till
it,
now I think like that.
sorry,
Till now I'm thinking like that after.
it's not. It is really not. Yogurt is actually very heaty food. So in Ayurveda, when you have skin issues or pitta aggravating issues, right?
Mm.
The first thing they'll say is stop yogurt because yogurt will aggravate pitta even more. And our food, we already have sambal, we already have all the spices, and then we have it with yogurt. Oh my goodness, it's so heaty, right? It's actually not good for us. And then some of us cook the yogurt. So imagine yogurt when we cook, it ferments even further, it breaks, you know. So it breaks and we are eating this. This is already toxin going into the body. So we should not eat yogurt cooked. Definitely no. You know, yogurt is it should be eaten on its own. And they will tell you actually the best time to eat yogurt is in the morning on an empty stomach. Why? Because it's so heaty, it starts the Agni in your body. So if you want to have good metabolism, empty stomach, just 1.5 to 2 tablespoons of yogurt, not more than that. More than that, you're aggravating pitta. So just have 1.5 to 2 tablespoons with a little bit of turmeric, little bit of black pepper, and have that on an empty stomach. That is the best way to have yogurt. Yogurt is a food to be eaten during winter. Yogurt is food very good for those who have vata dosha. But otherwise, no. Yeah. So buttermilk is a better option. Why buttermilk? Because buttermilk, you are having only 2 tablespoons or 1 tablespoon of yogurt and you're balancing it with water. So it is very light and it's very cooling for the system. And then you add your spices, curry patta and coriander and, you know, all this cumin seeds, cumin powder, and have it. So this is tika. This is good.
Okay, we have 3 more questions to go. Triphala, which is largely mentioned, what are its benefits and how do we consume Triphala? Is it safe to take every day? And what about those with underlying conditions? Any specific do's and don'ts? What's your advice?
Triphala is one of the treasures of Ayurveda. It balances all the 3 doshas. It is very good to lower cholesterol. It is very good for those who have diabetes. You know, it cleanses your whole system. Triphala can be used for so many things. You can use Triphala for eye wash. You can use Triphala for sitz bath. If you have hemorrhoids or piles, you put it in a bucket of water and you soak yourself in there. Triphala is very good. You know, when you have excess toxins, and we all have toxins in the body, so Triphala clears this out from the system. It detoxes the body. But again, the body can detox naturally on its own. So we take Triphala for again 3 to 6 months, then I would tell you to stop.
Okay.
Stop for a while. Always, whatever herbs you are taking, take a break from it. Let the body do what it is supposed to do naturally. You know, and then this is just like a helping hand from the outside. Don't get the body used to all these herbs. Then what happens is the herbs are doing the work that the body is supposed to do, which we don't want. So we are telling the body, I'm giving you a helping hand, you know, using herbs and this natural stuff, and then stop it for a while. Let it do on its own.
Then this Triphala, you mean to say we take it every day, or with those with the underlying conditions? And what do you say? Because you said
Yeah, you can take it every day, no problem. The only thing is, those who have high blood pressure, they should take, they should not take it every day. They should take it under the guidance of an Ayurvedic doctor if you have high blood pressure. Otherwise, you can take it once a week, which is fine.
Okay.
Those who have low blood pressure should not take Triphala every day because it brings down the sugar level in the body. So it's not good for those who have low blood pressure also. Then you can take it again once in a week just to detox the body. Yeah.
Our next question. We have heard a lot about turmeric and neem on social media, which has now been suggested to consume by Ayurvedic doctors. How effective are those? Kindly share with us its benefits and how do we consume them?
See, this has become a fad because Sadhguru talks a lot about neem and turmeric, which is very good. Again, as I said, neem is very heaty, turmeric also very heaty. So this should not be taken every day. Sadhguru lives in the US and sometimes in the south of India. So they have weather changes there, which is fine. But we live in a warm country, so we should not take this every day. Taking once or twice a week is good because of the neem. Turmeric, everyone knows the benefits. It's anti-inflammatory, antibacterial, antiviral, everything. So it is good to take these two once a week. If there are people also taking turmeric shots daily, again, don't take it daily. You take it daily, turmeric is heaty, black pepper is also heaty, aggravates pitta. We have to understand the food we eat is already so heaty. And then we are taking this on top of that. So everything we need to balance. So if you are taking turmeric shots every morning with your black pepper, fantastic. Please do it once or twice a week.
So you mean to say we can't take just turmeric, we have to add the black pepper?
Yes, turmeric on its own does nothing. It's like you're drinking and you flush out. When you take turmeric, you have to put black pepper because black pepper activates the curcumin, which is very good for our system.
So the black pepper powder and the turmeric powder.
Yeah.
And then we take the neem and the turmeric together, or it can be separate.
Okay, so now if you are thinking, okay, I'm going to start taking Chyawanprash every day, right? So you take Chyawanprash every day. Then you don't need to take all these other things every day, right? Okay. You can take your neem. If you choose to take neem and turmeric balls once a week, then on that day, don't take Chyawanprash. If you are taking turmeric shots every day, on that day, don't take Chyawanprash. So you have to balance it like this. Now, if you are taking all these heaty stuff, half an hour, 45 minutes before your lunch, have buttermilk. Buttermilk is cooling for the stomach. So have this. That way you are balancing your body. You're not giving only heat the whole time. And yogurt is only giving more heat.
Okay, now we move to our next question. Do you think that Ayurveda will also become a global phenomenon like yoga?
Yes, definitely, because I'm here to spread the knowledge of Ayurveda. Yes, for sure. It is already a lot of people after COVID are going into holistic healing. A lot of people, most of my clients, more than the Indians, I have actually Caucasians, I have a lot of foreigners coming, I have a lot of local Chinese coming, so which is fantastic.
Sometimes I see they say allopathy is better, and then it is never, it's not, it's never like it's being teased, this Ayurvedic medicines, how the younger generation looks at it, that how can we take all this, and then they start teasing us using all these home remedies. So How do you pay for it?
Well, see, people who want instant release, right? Then they will do all this drama. They don't have time. People who don't have time will go to the doctors because they want instant, everything instant. They feel weak, I need this. They feel blah, I need this. So what they don't understand is if you start taking Ayurvedic herbs, yes, it will take a long time to heal. But what the herbs are doing, it is healing from the root cause of it. So later on, 3 months later, you're not going to have this problem. It will take time. So you have to be patient. You have to be consistent.
Yes.
But if you're taking allopathy, every month you'll be sitting at the doctor's office, at the doctor's clinic, because you're only healing the surface. That's why they give you antibiotics. That's the best thing they can give you. Because what does antibiotics do? It just kills every bacteria in your body, even the good ones. So you're making your body even more weak. Ayurveda is not doing that. Yes, it is slow. Yes, sometimes it has very strong smell, but you are healing from the root. You're not going to have that problem again. So just be patient, be consistent, and have faith. That is the most important. Having faith in the herbs. This is God's gift to us, the nature. How can they deceive us? It's impossible. Have to have faith.
Very nicely said.
Thank you very much.
Now we have questions from few of us, which we will not be able to answer all, but I think we'll just select the important ones. Okay, do we take melted ghee? You mean to say in the morning? If we know, right?
It is up to you, whatever you are happy with, whatever is easy for you to drink. If you feel the melted ghee is better, easier, then take it melted, no problem.
Okay, you can't heat the honey that has already been. Okay, do you recommend probiotic supplement instead of yogurt?
Sorry?
Probiotic supplement instead of yogurt.
As I said, if you choose to take yogurt from in the morning, early morning, right? This is the best probiotic for you. Okay. But if you want to take other supplements, it's fine. And then the last thing I wanted to discuss is the Greek yogurt. A lot of people have this phenomena about Greek yogurt. Greek yogurt is nothing but hung yogurt. You know, the one you make yogurt and then you put it in the cloth and let it hang overnight. Have you heard of this? Hung curd. Yeah. Right? So this is Greek yogurt, which is very good for the system. Yeah. So this is very good. And when we make yogurt at home, you know, the water that sits on top of the yogurt, the water that collects, please do not ever throw that water. That water is really best for those with rheumatoid arthritis, joint pains. Drink this water. This water is so good for joint pains. It is amazing.
Yeah, one question I wanted to ask you regarding the muscles pain, which normally we always used to have, like sometimes too long and we have the muscle pain. What is the best home remedy for that instead of using the balm and all that?
Sesame oil.
Okay.
The best. Massage your whole body with sesame oil. If you have lower back pain, sesame oil and castor oil mix together, massage it on your lower back, on your muscles, on your legs, on your arms. This is so good. Sesame oil is the best. If you have cholesterol issues, massage cholesterol and super obese, if you are really overweight, massage your body with mustard oil. Mustard oil is so heaty, it actually burns fat.
Oh, okay.
It is very smelly, extremely smelly, but very good.
And then we can take shower after that, or we need to wait?
Yeah. have to take shower after that, because if you go out like that, you'll get funny looks from people.
No, immediately, or we need to wait? Because after being massaged, you like, because the oil may work before that.
Always best to wait. Wait half an hour and then massage with warm water.
Okay.
Yeah.
And what is the difference between Triphala powder and Triphala ghee?
Triphala powder is pure Triphala. Triphala has 3 ingredients: the amla, haritaki, and beet taki. So this is Triphala. Triphala ghee has few other herbs in there, which is very good for a lot of other things, including the Triphala ghee is the best for the eyes. So if you have like cataract issues, this, that, you put 1 drop or 2 drops once or twice. You put 1 drop of ghee once or twice a week.
You mean let it melt first, or how do
Yeah, so you put it in a small glass bottle. You take Triphala ghee, put it in a small glass bottle with a dropper. Then you put this bottle in hot water.
Okay.
Let it melt. Once it's melted, you put 1 drop, 1 drop. Your eyes will burn like crazy, but it's only normal. The first few times it will burn. After that, you will be fine.
Okay.
But it's very good for cataract, for tired eyes, for myopia. Amazing.
Is it safe for children also?
Yes, I did it on my daughter, but it's not for children under 10 because it's very strong, right?
Okay.
Or maybe under 12.
Okay, fresh turmeric was powder turmeric. Like, I think those who wants to consume the turmeric, is it better for powder or the fresh turmeric?
Doesn't matter. It's the same thing. Yeah.
Okay. What about the nightshade vegetables eaten by 5 p.m.?
That's okay. No problem. But it's always best to cut down.
Okay.
Don't have too much of the nightshade, especially if you already have inflammation in the body.
Okay, and what about to avoid garlic and onion, and that is during the khichdi diet, right? Why should you avoid them? And why should you avoid ginger, since ginger is very good?
No, not ginger, garlic.
Yeah.
Avoid garlic and onions. In Ayurveda, garlic and onion is spoken about as like taking medicine. We should not overtake it. We take it with our food, we cook it, our dagame, we, kill the onions. So this is not good. So onions and garlic should be taken in small quantity. Small quantity, it works as medicine. Too much, it aggravates the doshas.
Please have some home remedies with regard to high BP. Okay.
High BP, okay. I will look into that and see what I can do.
Okay. Meantime, we'll share all the slides which Sister Bindiya have shared with us regarding the Panchakarma and the food. We'll share with everyone. And I think you can also share in your groups this. Or how to use Triphala powder, it's already mentioned, I think.
Yeah.
Powder or capsule, normally?
I prefer powder. I think the powder is, reaches deep into the tissues and cleanses very nicely. So I prefer powder than capsule, but some people cannot take the capsules. They believe it is very bitter in taste and they can't swallow. So then they take the tablets.
Okay, further questions? We will also share Sister Bindiya's contact number. You can always get in touch with her. Thank you so much, Sister.
Thank you all so much for this opportunity. If I said something or anything, I'm so sorry. It is my first interview, but thank you so much.
Thank you so much, Sis Bindiya. I really appreciate your time and effort. I'm sure all of us can apply the knowledge and the useful tips that you have shared today. Words are to thank you for bringing us into this awareness of the basic remedies and importance on Panchakarma and the amazing explanation. We shall keep in mind that sickness or pain can be healed through Ayurveda. We just need the consistency, discipline, and the willingness to be patient. Everyone is able to cure themselves in so many methods mentioned earlier by Sister Bindiya. Thank you once again, Sister Bindiya. Baba bless you always. Thank you. Thank you so much.
Thank you so much. Thank you.
Sister Lavina.
Sairam, everyone. On behalf of the Sai Mahila Creative Hub of Sri Sathya Sai Global Council, Jakarta, we would like to thank Sis Bindiya Lachmandas for the insightful and informative session. The answers has made us realize to pay more attention to our health and observe the most important aspect on the key to immunity and the necessity to detox ourselves through fasting. We shall be more careful and take good care of ourselves and those around us by keeping in mind that you have shared with us, which has really enlivened our knowledge on the natural remedies through herbs and yoga. We hope that everyone remain healthy and happy always. Baba bless us all. Thank you to the Mahila Wing for arranging this session. Thanks to our participants for joining. And we hope you can carry back with you some handful tips which could be helpful to you and your family. In case you require further assistance on personal basis, you can always contact Sis Bindiya Lachmandas through WhatsApp. We have shared with you in the chat box below. Sis Bindiya is more than willing to assist all of us. We would also like to share some information about our hub. Our Mahila Creative Hub is open to everyone who's willing to share their knowledge and creativity. Those who would like to volunteer can kindly contact any of our Mahila team, and we assure we shall slot you for our next session. We shall end our session with 1 Om and 3 Shantis. Om Shanti, Shanti, Shanti. Jai Sairam.